This episode is brought to you by Only the Real Entertainment and Media Den Productions.
This place is real, isn't it?
Welcome to episode 83. This is Real Spill, where we spill the real, and I tell you exactly how I feel. Cam, what they do, my boy?
Can't call it, man. What it do?
I'm chilling, man. It feel good. Both our teams in Cancun, so yeah, we just sitting there watching the playoffs together, type shit.
Well, you already know how I feel about my team in terms of just the off season.
Yeah.
I've been waiting on this time right now, so we're finally here. See, a lot of people think that the Lakers is like, we're finished, but
No.
You're wrong. You're wrong.
Yeah, I wish I had a generational scorer to go on my team. But we ain't got to talk about my team. I don't want to be depressed. It's a lovely Tuesday. It's May 12th for recording. I got Wemby in front of my screen. I got Ann in front of my screen. I feel good. Bro. Playoffs been lit.
Yeah. Let's get into some topics, man.
Let's do it.
There's been a few things going on, but let's start off. Where should we start off? Let's start off with 6ix9ine. Let's start off with 6ix9ine.
Pause. Tekashi.
That is wild. Oh my God, bro.
I tried to fight it.
You know what?
That was crazy.
You're right. That was too puff-like. That was too puff-like.
Oh my God.
No,
hey, man.
diddler.
Danny. We're gonna start off with Danny.
Yeah, let's start off with Danny. He exposes Big Bank and ATL for defending snitching. Like, is he waking up the streets with what he had to say? Did you see it?
Yeah, I'm about an hour into the interview. I have a degree, all right? I have a degree in tech, and I may say that it was a very impressive PowerPoint. I don't think all of my college years had that much PowerPoint evidence. God damn, Tekashi, what was you doing, man? I don't know, bro. The interview was different. And he tried to sweep it under the rug because I feel like Big Bang got a lot of relationships with these artists that he's discussing. And you can kind of get where 6ix9ine is coming from. However, it came off like he low-key wanted to be accepted. A lot of it was how aboutism. And he was just basically saying, yeah, bro, when I did what I did, I wore it. I could respect it. But now he damn near the rat police. He damn did a rap police. He had video evidence of everybody in Atlanta you could think of. He was trying to expose 21 about the UVs. I didn't even know what that was. And I'm somebody who's like the only U.S. citizen in my close family. Everybody else came from Haiti. And there's neutralized citizens now, so ICE, watch out. So it's just interesting to see him go about it. The PowerPoint was egregious. I felt like 6ix9ine, he wanted to be heard. That's what it gave off.
I don't know if it's necessarily him wanting to be accepted. I can see why that is said, but honestly, I just feel as though he's kind of tired of the
hypocrisy.
The hypocrisy. Because you think about it, right? When he gets into the game, he doesn't really know much about. Well, he does. Before he got with Shotty and all them, he was rapping and everything like that. But
he
that
was green,
like,
though.
But that was SoundCloud shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was doing rock shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
So he gets in there and he's around dudes that really, Really that, you know what I'm saying? And then he see everybody else that's kind of, bro, I ain't gonna lie, like, I think a lot of people, and this is I believe this is the reason why, child actors or child musicians or even just people, like regular people that get into the industry, I think that's why they lose their mind. Because they get into the industry and they realize how the industry actually operates, like how the people in it operate, and so they it's almost kind of like your brain doesn't want to accept that you have literally found yourself in a world of fakery. So now at that point, because you think about all the people that have tried exposing certain things with the industry. right? Like a lot of times
goes back to
they
Prince,
point out
MJ.
how fake certain things is, how much of a facade certain things is. I really do think that a lot of things that be happening based on certain people's perspective will drive them crazy. And I think that's one of the things with him. He got into it. He saw real smackers doing real smacky shit, and then saw other rappers bend into those smackers. And on top of that, he's seen some fakery with just other rappers. And he's like, bro, I can't take this anymore because they treat me like this, but I'm literally seeing this and this and this. Let me expose it.
A lot of that, bruh, and I don't want to sound like I'm being disingenuous. 6ix9ine is like the first rapper to really like combine the regular everyday civilian and street shit and music shit all in one, bro. When I sat and watched his Vlad interview, it gave me the perspective of, okay, I get it. He was impressionable and green in a sense with a lot of shit. But you prove a valid point, bro. A lot of these people have never worked a job where, nigga, I don't like the boss, but I gotta fake it to pay these bills. Or never liked the job where I fought with my coworkers, but the minute I leave this job, I forget the coworker name. Yeah, they ain't never worked a job like that. So yeah, bro, you prove a very valid point. And for all intended purposes, for however crazy this is gonna sound, I think 6ix9ine connects with the regular everyday man because he wasn't a regular everyday man. He worked at a bakery. He hired some people with a flag to obtain this image. If you go back and watch his earlier shit, he was doing crazy shock value shit back then on IG and on YouTube. You feel me? That was his thing, and he just saw the 6ix9ine Trey Bloods as, you know, a means to amplify his message for all intended purposes. And that'll mess you up, bro. Like, that'll mess you up from the standpoint of this nigga was working at a deli, and essentially a year later he has, I don't know if Gummo is diamond or close to being diamond, he has that record and it's immediate stardom, bro. Like, it'll ruin a lot of people, bro. So
yeah, I'm trying to tell you, bro. Like, I really think it's a lot of that rather than, man, I just want to be accepted. Because if we're being honest, he could take another route. Like, he could just go straight Latin music and run it up on y'all. He did.
He was successful in doing that.
But I'm talking about like full. I don't think that he full-fledged did it. I think he dipped his feet in it a little bit. Not even just his toe, but he dipped his feet in it a little bit and he found some success. But he could real deal just full-fledged do that. He could full-fledged do other things. I just think that it's just driving him crazy that people are making him the butt of the joke, or even just saying certain things that they don't know about. Mm-hmm. But he knows things that are way deeper than the average person knows about the industry and about a lot, specifically with these rappers. You know what I'm saying?
Regardless of how you feel about the music, there comes a certain point in time where objective things are objective, right? And I don't want to be an academics numbers guy, but at one point in time, he essentially ran the Billboard for rap for the 9 months or the year that he was doing whatever he was doing. So a lot of the rooms, he either has seen or has been attached to enough, and that's coming from somebody who was banned at a lot of places while he was doing his run because of all of the extra shit that came behind him with the people that he ran with. So it's just pretty interesting to watch. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, for sure. But do you think that he's waking up the streets with his rhetoric?
I don't think the streets care. I think, man, I want people to really understand how rare it is to actually be in the streets. I think music has helped. I think music has shined the light on it. But it's very rare that street people are actually street. We'll get into the differences when the individuals understand. But I think because rap has essentially sensationalized and mainstreamed a lot of street antics, that people don't understand that when you sign up for the streets, you sign up for everything. You sign up to be slimed, you sign up to be robbed, you sign up to get your get back, you sign up for all of that. It's a grimy and slimy business. And when you and I were younger, it was the guys who were dealing the drugs. Now it's the crash outs that are getting, the love. So it's just completely different. And the streets essentially change at a whim. It changes at a different time than regular economics. It changes at a rapid pace that I don't think the everyday person understands or cares, for that matter. It's not part of their reality. So, man, it's just a small spectrum of our reality, man, and it's just been interesting to watch on the sidewalk. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, speaking of more street business, right? Foolio's killers got sentenced. The only one that didn't get sentenced was the female that was involved with it, but everybody else. Cleared. Nah, I actually saw a report saying that her sentencing got postponed. So we'll see what happens, because she did cooperate.
Yeah,
so
of course.
I don't know what's gonna happen with that, but the other guys that was involved with it, the 3 other guys, they got sentenced to life in prison.
Oh, yeah. See, she was found guilty of manslaughter, so that's different than the first-degree murder and conspiracy.
Right.
So she faces up to 15. Okay, that's right. Okay. So of course, she's not gonna walk away scot-free. That's what.
Absolutely.
Of course not.
Absolutely. And so they got sentenced. One of them was crying for his life, begging for his life. The other one was laughing at him for doing that. It's just an all-around crazy thing. But the big thing that I wanted to bring up was the warden. Did you see what the warden said?
Yeah. Go ahead and play it.
Mr. Gathwright's age, physical abilities, things like that, do you think that the prison would benefit from him in a work capacity if he were sentenced to life without parole?
I say yes. With my experience, not only just in classification, but as former warden and even as a jail administrator, he's someone that's young, he's healthy. In reality, we need that labor, we need that sweat equity, and we will put him out there to work, because we do have an aging prison population, jail administration, we have that. So we put these young individuals to work and get some sweat equity out of them, since they are young and actually can do the work.
Man, the warden says he technically needs more slaves on the plantation. What do you think about that?
Hi, this is a great learning moment. Do me a favor, clip this. Guys, I want people to know this, and I've been saying this for years. I don't know if I even told you this, Cam. Slavery was never abolished. Bring up the 13th Amendment. The 13th Amendment specifically says that it abolishes slavery. Only time that it's going to be legal is under the legalities. Let me pull it up right here. It says specifically, the 13th Amendment to the United States Constitution, ratified on December 6, 1865, officially abolished slavery and involuntary servitude throughout the United States, except as punishment for a crime whereof the party has been duly convicted. So that means, we can't do just regular middle of the road guys. We got to get these guys in prison. Okay, let's try to rig this. All right, let's do the Great Depression first. Damn, that didn't work. Civil rights. Let's separate. Damn, that didn't work. Okay, let's do the war on drugs. That kind of worked. 34% of black men are felons or former felons. They sold it to you. They took the resources out of your school. And by the number, if you're less educated, you have more of a higher rate to commit crimes because you can't eat. I can't fault you. You can't eat. But if I can get you to commit this crime and I convict you of whatever punishment, then I got you back on the field, good boy. I want sweat equity. Sweat equity in 2026 from an actual warden. If y'all can't see what's going on, I can't tell you. You see what's going on with Louisiana and how they trying to force the homeless to be part of that same system in order to go ahead and bypass the 13th Amendment? Hello. it never was fully abolished. It says except as punishment for a crime whereof the third party has been duly convicted. So that's why you see these mass incarceration numbers, especially for people who look like me, because they want us back on the field as good nigger boys. Sorry, you could exploit that out. As good black workers. That's all, you know? And it's, to your point, the juxtaposition between the light-skinned dude, I think his name is Sean. Man, he grew up in a good family. And I can say that he was sensationalized by who he's hanging with and the music in itself, thinking that you could do this and get away with it. No. So you got two choices. Really three, but we're going to give you two. You either going to die, death by penalty, or spend life on parole. He literally said, no, I'm going to make him a good boy. And I don't think people understand what life is. Life means life. Life means as long as you're taking breaths, you're the state's property. And they can do whatever they want. That means when you pass away, they're going to give your ashes to your family because you're theirs forever. And I don't think people understand that, right? And those who know, bro, once they started promoting the crash out or promoting the killers, we had to watch all of this go about, bro, because even if you're part of the sidewalk, if you're close enough, you can see it. And you knew it at a younger age, or you had OGs tell you at a younger age of what's going on. And I feel like a lot of people were losing that. Like, the OGs are in competition with the youngins. It was never like that when we was growing up. So it's just unfortunate to see. The person that you see laughing, that's somebody who fully understood, I knew what this came with, and I accept all the consequences. The person that you see crying, the Sean dude, he just was running around with his friends. Oh, yeah, I killed somebody. Ha, 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 ha. Oh, yeah? Ha, ha? We're going to come get you. And when we come get you, it's forever. So, yeah, bro, it is what it is in that regard.
One thing that people don't understand, right? And when I say people, I'm talking about other Americans outside of the South. They don't understand that the way how the prison systems work down south is quite literally like slavery. And so what I mean by that is this. When you hear about slavery, one of the things that you have in your mind is a bunch of people that look like us in the field picking cotton and all that other stuff. Well, guess what? Those same fields are there. And guess what?
Yep.
A lot of them are manned by prisoners.
Yep.
You're going to have a lot of big-time CEOs on horses with a gun patrolling the fields while you're picking strawberries, picking cotton, picking this, picking that, whatever. And in this case, because these guys are in Jacksonville, there is a high chance that once they leave Lake Butler, because I believe that's their reception center, once they leave Lake Butler, there is a chance that they may end up going to Florida State Prison, which is in Rayford, Florida. That's all the way by Jacksonville. If nobody knows, Jacksonville is on the northeast side of Florida, and that's where the Florida State prison system is, as well as a bunch of other prisons that are along the Panhandle, both private and public, that have plenty of land for a lot of these dudes to go in and cultivate the land. So when he says that he wants sweat equity, that's exactly what he's talking about. He needs a slave because all his other slaves are getting old.
Yeah. That's exactly what it means, bro. So if you're active in it, bro, I get it. The economy is tough right now, but it definitely beats being a slave for all intended purposes. That's what you'll be. You're a slave to the state for the rest of your life. I'd rather be a wage slave or a slave to whatever than to be a slave again or to be a slave to the warden in the state, bro. So I can't even say shout out to them, man. They just got to take it on the chin at that point.
Well, shoot, they're going to take it on the chin, no puff, regardless. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Hey, speaking of black shit, right? You remember Rachel Dolezal?
Nah, let me look her up.
Bro, Rachel Dolezal was the woman that got exposed. She was a part of the NAACP and she got exposed for being white. But she was cosplaying as being black the whole entire time. Got a black husband, black kids, everything like that. But she's actually white. But she was marching around the NAACP meeting. She had a high position as well. Was in like cornrows and all that other shit. This was a long time ago. And she fell off the face of the earth after she got exposed.
Wait. Before you continue the story, she was born in Montana. Fam, what black person you know? I'm sorry. Are there any black people in Montana? Let's look up the black people from Montana.
I doubt it.
Disrespect.
I doubt it.
Black people in Montana.
I doubt it. Less than 1%.
It's literally less. It's 4,000. Listen, it's 0.6 in Montana. 0.6. And y'all got tricked? Keep going with the story. This is my first time reading up on this. I don't even know who this is.
No, I mean, places like that in the United States are not going to really be diverse as you think. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Montanas, the Iowas. Well, I mean, believe it or not, there's a little bit more black people than you think. Like, I've met a couple black people from Iowa. But, the Idahos, the Wyomings, Maine, places like that. The black population is not all that high, to be honest. But the reason why I bring up Rachel Dolezal is she has an OnlyFans.
She has a what?
Fam, I was on Twitter earlier today and folks was talking about how she got an OnlyFans and that bit kind of cracking. I ain't even know that. If you look up Rachel Dolezal, she don't even look like her body is bodying like that. So the fact that she even has OnlyFans is crazy. But then again, I saw like hella people that got OnlyFans now, dog. Like, I'm talking about actresses and all of a sudden. Within these past couple days. Tell you, man, the economy is crazy. Economy is crazy.
So, straight up, Rachel, I don't know if you ever watched this, but I need you to create a list. I need you to create a list of all the gentlemen that are subscribed to you. Then I need you to go ahead and report to the FBI because they need to be watch listed.
Why?
She's not an ugly woman. Bro, she's not an ugly woman, but an OnlyFans, bro?
Yeah, man, you got to get it how you live. Fam, she had a high position with the NAACP once upon a time.
And individuals breathing the same oxygen as me said that, hey, she's hot enough for me to give her my money and subscribe. My perception of reality gotta be skewed. I'm from South Florida. It's fine women everywhere. I mean, everywhere. Your workplace, the gas station. Rachel?
Hey, man.
So, yeah, I need her to turn in that list because we need to be informed of these individuals who are breathing the same air that I'm breathing and paying the same taxes that I'm paying. We need to watch y'all.
Is that considered ebony content?
Fam, first of all, she was born in Montana. Second off, if she counts as ebony, Sarah J. She ebony. Yeah, Sarah J. might as well be ebony then. If she was born in Montana.
You don't think
4,000 people.
You don't think that Sarah J. is considered ebony content at this point?
No. That is a white woman, bro. That is Paul content. Where's Vontae? Vontae, come on, bro. We need you. Vontae. Come on, bro. I need you to tag Vontae on Twitter with the role. I need for him to do his research and watch his film. There's nobody better in watching film than my boy Vontae. Vontae, I don't know if you gonna subscribe or because I'm damn sure not subscribing to it. Man, no, because he be putting together the list with the pogs and all of that. Is this ebony? Because Sarah J. not no ebony. Yeah, she making a pog list. But yeah, no, this. What? Fam, look at her face.
Fam, my whole thing.
Do you see her young pictures?
Nah. Oh wait, actually, I think I did.
She look every bit of a Haley.
Haley?
She look every bit of a Chloe. She look every bit of an Abigail, nigga. What? Y'all let this bamboozle y'all?
Bruh, she got to the tippy top of the NAACP.
First of all, Nigga, how does she keep up this tan? I know she wasn't staying in Montana and getting this type of tan. Yeah, no, it's getting too cold in Montana. How she get this type of tan?
She's been out at Montana. Where's the NAACP based?
That's a great question.
Is it like in DC or something?
It might be.
Where's the NAACP
headquarters is what they would call it.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Baltimore. So yeah, the DMV area, Baltimore.
Yeah, it's nothing but black people over there. I love
DMV. Bro, do you know how good you have to be able to blend in like that, where you get accepted all the way to the tippy top of the NAACP, fam? That's some CIA shit, bro.
I'm glad you said it. She's definitely a CIA agent.
That's some real CIA
agent and OnlyFans.
Now here's the thing, right? My only thing with the whole CIA thing is the fact that apparently she was putting in real work.
Putting in pain like that?
She was putting in pain for the people, you know what I'm saying? So my whole thing is just like, if you doing all that, then you gotta be that fire, right?
She went to Howard. She went to Belhaven University, got her bachelor's, and then went to Howard. You ever been to Howard? I've driven past Howard back in 2017. Trenches. I love it though, because it's unapologetically black. Probably saw something like that, don't know how her body looked, and got bamboozled. Yeah, she put that on him. Yeah, whoever that was, and put the yeah-yeahs on the people. Yeah, that's what happened, bro.
I've never been to Howard, but I've driven through Washington, D.C., going to New York. Trenches.
Bro, trenches. You could see the actual White House, in real time.
Yeah.
And behind you is trenches in the house.
Straight trenches. Straight trenches.
Jacks.
Straight trenches.
And it messed me up for about a good 6 months of the proximity.
I ain't gonna front, yo. I ain't gonna front. I remember driving through Virginia, and but I guess you go through Virginia first before you get to DC. And I stopped in the gas station to get some gas in the car. Yeah. And there was a dude in there, and mind you, I'm not even gonna say too much on here, but I know people in other lives that are into other things. You know what I mean? Or I did know people.
Okay.
Like I did know people. Like I've changed my life a lot. Or rather changed my surroundings a lot.
I know. I remember. We don't got to get too deep into it, but go ahead.
And so with that said, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. That was probably my first time that I can recall where a dude, I felt just like, man, this dude is dangerous. And he wasn't taller than me or nothing, but it's just something about him. I was like,
frequencies and spirits, bro. It's real.
But he probably just got a fresh body yesterday.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it wasn't like he wasn't doing nothing or nothing like that, but it's just, I'm like,
spirit. Bro, if you ever been anybody, I'm not going to put you on the spot, but anybody who's ever been anybody who's done things or is in charge of altering somebody's spirit or allegedly taking a spirit, their entire frequency is off, bro. You're never the same. You're never ever the same. Man, DMV is an interesting place. It's surrounded by black people. I remember vividly driving through Virginia, and I don't know if you went through the same highway, but you could literally see West Virginia on the other side, and it's just separated by a bridge. And West Virginia is a whole nother entity in itself. I done heard stories about West Virginia.
All that Appalachia. Ooh, I low-key want to go there, but I don't know.
No. I gotta be around the right folk to go there. Yeah. I gotta be around the right folk. Yeah, it gives very sundown towny. Yeah, I'm scared. Yeah. This ain't Florida. I can't just bring my blick. I don't know the laws there. So yeah, I'm at the mercy of the police at that point. But you already know the areas and the different ends, and I don't know. So I gotta be with the right people. But yeah, I see what happened. Yeah, she with the Howard. It explains everything.
But it's just that if you are a real deal white woman and you look like Haley in your baby pictures, how do you get past that? That's just, I don't know, man.
Yeah. And this is early 2000s, so they didn't have access to no social media like that. Well, popping back then, I don't even think Black Planet was popping back then. Well, she was in chat rooms showing feet like Doja Cat. Like, come on, bro. Niggas ain't got no, you feel me? They can't pull up no true people search and go see where she used to stay. You know what I mean? So she bamboozled them until the information got right. When did she get outed?
Crazy.
2017?
Shoot,
Yeah,
when
2017.
That was only 2017?
Yeah.
Bro,
Eventually,
that felt like it was like way before.
Yeah, no. It says eventually Delezal acknowledged that she had been born to white parents, but maintained that she self-identified as black. In 2017, Delezal released a memoir in full color, Finding My Place in a Black and White World, and she was charged with a felony theft by welfare fraud and second-degree perjury in 2018.
Did Rachel Dolezal have any hand in self-identification? Like, bruh, at this point where we're at right now in time, people self-identify as anything. Like, I can self-identify as a tree if I wanted to.
Yeah. Damn.
The fact that she sat there and said, man, yeah, I'm white as hell, but you know, I'm black though, is crazy.
I've heard that too many times in the workplace, and I be having to tell people like, whoa, I want you to go look in your mother in the eyes and go tell her that, and let's see.
For real, you have people actually tell you that in the workplace?
Yeah, man, I self-identify as a white man.
For real? Wait, hold on. You're talking about a vice versa situation with a black person saying that?
No, I'm talking about a white man born to white parents and is white.
And it's
jokingly.
And it's self-identifying as who?
I'm black, or identify as black, or I might as well be black. Brother, no. I'll be outside in the heat, outside of Amendment 13 like we just discussed. You'll be in the house, yeah. Probably not trying to crack in my wife if I had one. Let's relax.
Oh my God. Jesus
and if
Christ.
if I call your girl, and if I call your old girl, I mean your mom, and tell her that and put her on speaker, let's see what she said.
Ethan, what are you talking about? You're white. Ethan, what do you mean you're black? Sorry, sir. I'm sorry, sir.
Seth.
Sir.
What do you mean? Caleb. Excuse me?
I'm
Relax,
sorry,
bro.
Sir, I'm sorry. I know it's very, very offensive. Ethan, come here now.
Right.
I'm sorry, sir.
Right.
You apologize to this black man right now.
Exactly. Yeah, you got it down to the T, man. Shout out Rachel, man. You know, I support the nigga hustle, but we need that list. I'm dead ass.
Hey, speaking of people cosplaying and some shit, there's a California mayor that got exposed as a Chinese sleeper agent.
Bro, what you just say to me?
Fam, I saw a report today that said the mayor of California, her name is Eileen Wang, I should say. She got charged with one count of acting in the U.S. as an illegal agent of a foreign government. And apparently, according to what? I think that was the New York Times that I read that. She's supposed to be pleading guilty. She was a sleeper agent the whole entire time.
She's a Chinese spy.
A whole Chinese spy, kid.
She was the mayor of Arcadia.
Are we cooked?
Fam, hold on, wait. I need some context because you've been to California and I like to speak to somebody with experience. You know me. Mm-hmm. Have you ever driven through Arcadia? Where's Arcadia located?
I don't know.
Arcadia.
I would like to think that Arcadia is
she was in Los Angeles County when she got roped, so I know it's close to there.
Arcadia, California.
Los Angeles distance.
Yeah, I figured that it was like one of those not towns, but more so of like,
Yeah,
you know,
it's
like
25 minutes out.
areas within LA. You know what I mean? Like, you know
Yeah,
how
it's
Miami
25
we
minutes
have
out.
like Care City, or we have, you know,
Miami
whatever
Gardens.
Yeah, like, but
Right,
it's
so-
all Miami.
So LA would be Miami, and
Yes.
that would be, I guess, like Hialeah. It's 25
Yes.
minutes away, bro. It's
Right.
25 minutes away. We're fried. Did you see what President Trump said about him potentially signing a deal with China, with the data joint?
No, what do you say?
Hold on, bro. I'm bringing it up right now. I should have put it there. But they're supposedly in talks with China for whatever reason, and they're gonna do some type of deal.
Supposed to be engaged in a summit in Beijing, aiming to solidify a trade truce and potentially revive U.S. energy and agricultural exports to China. Following it, oh yeah, I did see that. A potential $1 trillion investment deal is also under consideration, which is so crazy because aren't we supposed to be in debt with China for like trillions of dollars anyway?
And they keep spawning money, and gas is $5.
Yeah, that's
how are
nuts.
they spawning money, and we're trillions of dollars in debt, bro? We're so fried. I don't even know what oil we're getting cooked in, but it has to be the finest of oil and the purifiedest well, or wherever oil comes from. We're lathered. We're lathered, bro. Arcadia is 25 minutes from Los Angeles, right by Covina in El Monte. And y'all let an entire Chinese spy? There's no telling the data she sent over or what she did until everything comes out. Then you got Trump right on time getting into talks with that. He's selling us to China for the highest bidder. I don't know if y'all know this, but he's selling us to China. The tariffs and all of that, he's essentially transporting the wealth from the poor. If you're poor, you're going to be poorer. If you're rich, you will get rich in this economy. There is no more middle class by the time 2028 comes around. I'm going to say it again. There will no longer be a middle class. You will either be a rich or a wealthy person, or you'll be in this pool of a lower or no class for that matter. That's what's going on in America right now from an economic standpoint. We're so cooked, it's crazy, right? And with that comes a whole slew of things, because now when the gas goes up in the summertime, are you safe pumping your gas? We've seen countless murders. We've seen countless robberies in gas stations. Are you safe? Are you safe going to the grocery store? Your safety is in risk because y'all let this man in office, and we tried to tell y'all, oh, no, bro, he gonna do this and that. Now what? We got people who were longtime supporters dropping it. You seen that guy who said, yo, my bills went from 2000 to 15. Trump said, what? Bro, people are really suffering out here, bro. Like, if you're on social media, I want you to get off and like go outside and talk to people, bro. Everybody going through it, me included. Yeah, I'm going through it, but I show up. That's all you can do. You got to brace yourself for the next 2 years, and even the next president. It's not going to be able to have him take one term to undo all the nonsense this dude is doing. It's going to take multiple terms. So yeah, the next 12 years of your life is completely altered. We're cooked.
My whole thing is, apparently she was only mayor for about like 3 months. And then
February to May.
Yeah, and then on top of that, before that, she was only in Arcadia City Council in California for about 3.5 years. So unless she has like some long resume of politics that I don't see, man, I don't know, man. You know what? Let me chill, because what I'm gonna say, they're gonna bring the black trucks to the crib.
You do know, yeah.
The black trucks coming to the crib as soon as I say what I'm gonna say.
Yeah, don't, because I know where you're heading. Don't,
bruh. You know what? Let me move on.
Yeah.
Let me move on.
Yeah.
Okay, let me move on. Finesse 2 times. Is he learning? Is
What you mean?
ChatGPT his new lawyer, manager, and advisor?
What you mean? What he got going on?
I went on YouTube
Yeah.
just randomly, just doing certain stuff, and I saw that he changed his name on YouTube to Too Filthy Ricky. The number 2, Filthy Ricky.
I see it.
This comes a week after he put his contract in ChatGPT and found out that he was getting screwed by mob ties. Is he learning? Is he on some Prince shit right now? Is he now the symbol?
I love Finesse. I love Finesse 2 times. Again, we discussed it and went, sort of kind of viral. But Finesse, I'm not smarter than ChatGPT. That's a robot. But I want you to understand something. When you sign the paper, you didn't sign as Finesse 2 times. You signed as Mr. Ricky. What is your full name, sir? Let me pull up your full name. When you actually signed,
He signed his name, like his name?
That's how all record deals are created. Because guess what? That's how you get your publishing. They don't put, when you go to your PRO or your performing rights organization like BMI or ASCAP, when you get paid, it has to be your real name. It's part of your IPI number. So Ricky Hampton, how do I tell you? You're still in that 360. It's going to take somebody coming out of pocket or you coming out of pocket what they're owed or whatever number that they give you, or it's gonna be an elongated process in court. And he has daddy's money, right? You're coming into streaming money, but this is daddy's money. This is decades of rap accruing a large amount and having relationships with lawyers that you would have to reestablish, because your lawyers that's in the feds is not entertainment lawyers. So now you're at the mercy of other entertainment lawyers who possibly also has a relationship, which could also possibly get a conflict of interest and them not wanting to take your case. And it's just, bro, this music business has been around for 50, 60, 70 years. We've been here Finesse is around my age in the 30s or whatnot. It's not going to change in the last 30 years. It's too much that has went on behind the scenes and layers of shit. The only way that you're going to get out of this without Pusha-ing yourself is to sit up there and ask Prince what's his price. Because I can guarantee it's going to hurt at first. But I know because you've established your name and image and likeness, you can make it back. And you can be a successful act with another label with the right leverage this time because of the name, image, likeness that you now have. So it ain't going to work. How do I tell you?
Man, that is crazy. I felt like he was trying to, or not even felt like, it looks like he's trying to find himself a little wiggle room out of that contract, or at least trying to sidestep it a little bit, especially what he got going on the internet. I mean, I respect it.
Right. I mean, he could change his name. He could potentially probably drop independently, but your contract is still going to be your contract until it's voided by a court-appointed lawyer, bro. Yeah, it's still it's still going to definitely have you in that contract, bro.
Say less. Man, before we close it out, I just need to hear what you got to say about Ric Flair trying to flame up Luka like he's really not injured. He said he took a cortisone shot. He wrestled with a broken ankle, so he feels like Luka shoulda played through his hamstring injury. But it's so crazy because there's reports coming out saying that Luka's injury, and a report came out earlier. So let me explain it like this, right?
Okay, what's up? Talk to me.
When the playoffs started, there was a report that came from I guess like a podcaster type guy from Slovenia. And he said that a source from Luka's camp told him that Luka's injury is far more worse. And this is the reason why he's still in Spain and he might not play. Then he tweeted again. he deleted it and he said, hey, I got a call and said that information is wrong. Which to me, I said, y'all niggas is lying, because ain't nobody going from his camp is just gonna call and just say that the injury is worse and just lie about that, right? So usually a lot of times the first thing that's said is the truth. So now you have reports coming out now that the Lakers are out of the playoffs saying indeed Luka's alleged grade 2 hamstring strain was showing up as such here, but when he went to Spain, they found out that he actually had a hamstring strain closer to grade 3. And so the Lakers shut him down. But Ric Flair is saying, hey, Luka, you should have played through that because I did it. I don't know what's up with these old heads when they do that shit. And he said that he understands he wants to, keep his career and all the other shit. But I mean, what do you think about Ric Flair essentially saying all this other stuff? I mean, what's the deal with older athletes hating on the younger ones, man?
I don't understand it neither. I tried to give grace, and I usually do. So Ric Flair is famously known as a 60-minute man. He does have multiple matches that lasted 30 minutes. He has one that lasted 50. He even has multiple 60-minute time limit draws, literally back in the day. But no disrespect to the sport of wrestling. I used to watch it when I was younger. Y'all are acting. And I want people to understand that y'all are acting, right? And not to minimize the endurance and the cardio it takes to wrestle, but you're not going up and down the court against top athletes while expected to also play defense, while expected to also rebound, while expected to also be a generational scorer, while expecting to make timely passes and all of that Luka has to do at 6'8". How tall is Ric Flair? I think he's like 5'10", or how tall is Ric Flair? Let's see. Ric Flair height. He's 6'1", so same height as me. Listen, Luka's every bit of 6'8". He's just now losing weight, right? And his joints are still adjusting to the fact that, I don't got to carry all this weight no more. But where's the sweet spot? Are we gaining back weight? Are we staying this weight? That's how hammies go. That's how lower extremities go when you lose that amount of weight. Ask me how I know. I'm a big guy. I've lost weight, gained weight, lost weight. I know. That's how injuries happen. But Ric Flair, please. You're a great one and a legendary one, and dare I say iconic one. But wrestling is acting. There is no acting when it comes to this. If you want to say they flop, great. But they have to play up and down the court for gruesome minutes at a time. There is no break. If somebody slams you hard, you could lay on the ground for about 30 seconds to a minute and catch your win. You could save free throws, they could catch their win. It's nothing like basketball. Outside of basketball, the only other cardiovascular sport that is no holds barred, more taxing than that is soccer, because they also have to play both sides, and it's no timeouts. You wouldn't be saying that if Ronaldo pulled his hammy. You wouldn't say that if Messi pulled his hammy. Why this energy for Luka? It seems to be weird. It seems the fact of the matter is, let's just call a spade with a spade. Is it monetary? Is it the fact that these gentlemen are making $300 million? And it wouldn't be possible without you former athletes, but can we please stop shitting on the current athlete? Embrace what we do have, or extend an olive branch out to try to see if you know a doctor that can help out. Instead of getting on Twitter at however old you are, Mr. Flair, you're, again, iconic, I'm just a guy. Can you have dialogue instead of just saying shit? Because I think we're way past just saying shit at our big age. That's just how I feel.
Well, go ahead and close us out, man, so we can watch some playoff basketball.
Hey, man, I'm about to clear Spurs in 6 quests. If you make it to this far, Wemby, gotta bring us home. We need you to take out SGA. I'm sorry. Yeah. They're probably gonna hate me for saying that. But yeah, man. This is Real Spill. We out with another episode.